I had a look at a couple of training providers. One, there was, oh well, that's the course, get on with it. I can't remember who they were now. And then I had a look at Ideal, and it was, well, we're not just going to send you the course, we want to talk to you first. We want to know what you're like as a human. We want to know whether this is actually going to be suitable for you. So let's have a conversation. And that just won me.
I phoned up a couple of the training providers. The key thing for me was, again, I come back to Brian because I have a great relationship with him, was Brian, really.
When I first looked at training providers, I'm pretty sure I looked at 3 or 4, and I even looked at local colleges, thinking I could possibly do something, night classes. I'd done it before, so, you know, it seemed to make sense to do it again. But I got a really good feeling about the guys at Ideal Schools. They were very responsive, even at that early stage, which was good for going forward, because I thought if you're responsive in the early stages, then hopefully you're responsive going forward.
They have brilliant tutor support, so you can fire off an email about what you might think is a really silly question about maybe the wording of part of the training, and they'll come back to you and explain it in really sort of simple terms.
The fact that you could speak to a real human, it wasn't all just on email and online chat with no actual interface.
Because I chatted to him, he was very human, I like that sort of thing. He talked me through it, and he came across as someone who cared about what I wanted to do.
They're more friends than just a training supplier. They really care about the people who they teach.
I mean, Ideal Schools are great supporters of all of the students.
There's the Facebook group as well, so they have a community of people who are at all different levels of their journey, and you know, they'll support you as well as the tutors, and the tutors are active in the Facebook group, so you really have so many different ways that you can get the support you need.
It looked as if there was good peer support from the students as well. They have the Facebook group where, which wasn't available at that time, but they have 2 Facebook groups. There's one for the students, and then there's one for bookkeepers in practice.
So I've moved on to another course now, so that slightly higher level one. I was emailing them last week about a progress test that I was stuck on, so yeah, you just reach out whenever you need to. And if you don't need to, you don't have to, but if you do, they're there.